Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Croft Studios here, and I'm here with a LEGO Ninjago custom set review. And I know I said I was done with these, but they are very popular on my channel, so I'm going to keep making Ninjago customs. And I'm here with the Darkley's Bad Boy School. And this is a very fun custom to make, pretty easy to make actually. I'm not terrible at making buildings, but they're not really my specialty. But I think this is one of my better buildings that I have made when making these just LEGO custom sets. So I did make a bunch of things here, and there's a lot of highlights about the set that I want to show you. So we're going to start off with the figures. Starting off with the heroes of the set, you would get little Lloyd Garmadon right here in his little green ninja outfit, and that's pretty cool to get in the set. And also I would just include a random ninja. I just put Jay in this one. It doesn't really matter who it would be, but I decided to put that in the set as well. For the minifigures that are neutral around this situation would probably be the teacher right here, and this is just kind of a random teacher to go along with the set, and I thought it would be cool to include it in the set. And you can see him right there, he has a little fur coat on the back, and then he does have a scared face for maybe when the bad guys attack. And onto the villains of the set. I wouldn't really call these guys villains, but they are the bad boys of the school. And there's Gene right here, which is pretty cool, and he's pretty accurate. The shirts aren't very accurate. I couldn't find very good shirts for them, but they are pretty cool, and they look like the show two main bad boys from the school. Then you would get Pythor, since he was seen in the show inside this building with Lloyd at one point. And you would also get an evil ninja with the red eyes. And I thought that was a pretty cool add-on, so if you got a bunch of this set, you'd have 4 red-eyed ninjas, and that'd be pretty cool. For some small add-ons on the side, I just added a couple small random details, like this rock right here. It's literally 3 pieces with a little skull on the back, not really much. And then you probably would get a little gate, which is seen in the show. So now onto the school itself right here. It looks pretty cool, and on the outside it doesn't look too bad. On the front there's a lot of nice brick designs and stuff. So I'm going to do a little 360 of this model. It looks pretty cool. You can see the windows on the sides here, and you can see the back right here. There's a lot of stuff on the inside that I'm going to end up showing you guys. It's really cool. On the side you can see I had to do the Lego style type of thing and put the random red pole for the feature. And then turning it back around to the front are the doors. So we're going to start up with the main, or not really the main feature, but one of the main features. Basically just open the doors right here, and it leads to the inside of it. And there's a lot of nice removable things about this set. So one of the removable things is the roof. That leads to the 3rd level right there, which is a pretty cool removable feature right there. Not really the best, but it's still pretty cool. And then another feature is you can remove that level, which leads to the 2nd level. And basically the main feature right here is definitely one of my favorites, is that you can open up this whole entire set to reveal the inside. And it's easily accessible. There's a lot of cool things. So we're going to start off with the 1st level. So starting off where the doors open up to right here, you can see when you close them how it just kind of stops on that piece right there. That little tan piece stops it from going any further with the doors. You do get a little lantern right here, which is seen in the show, and you kind of swing around. And you get a little statue right here in the corner, which is pretty cool. You turn this around, you can see there's a little Ninjago picture right here, which looks pretty cool. You also do get a crate, and when you open this crate, you can see you get a little frog in there. Some bad student probably put that in there, which is pretty cool. And you can see the little sticker on there from the LEGO Ninjago set. And then moving this over here, you can see there's another design of the cool dragon right here. I really like these. This came in the Battle for Ninjago City set. You can see there's some lockers in there. It's kind of hard to see. It's one of the harder areas to access. This is probably the worst area to access in the set, but it's still pretty cool. You can see there's a little locker, and one of them has a lock on it, which is pretty cool, kind of an older piece for a lock. And you can see there's a lot of features on this, and you can see on this side there's also another dragon right here. And basically the feature down here is that basically you can explode the lockers like this, like that. You just pull the piece and it kind of breaks down the lockers, and you can see that a bit better right there. And on the inside there's just a sock. I don't know if you can kind of see it. There's like a sock and a spider, and there actually is a reason there's a random room there, which I'll show you in a second. It's pretty cool. So there's not really a ton going on with the 1st level, but I think it's pretty sweet looking. You do get this right here, which is kind of like a little microphone thing, so in case they're calling someone in the office or something. So I thought that was pretty cool, so let's go into the 2nd level. Onto the 2nd level, which is one of my favorite levels of the school. I really like this level right here, and the classroom turned out very well. And this was seen in the show. It's just basically a little classroom where the boys make a little plan to attack the ninjas and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. So maybe you can take one of your students and just kind of put them in the chair right there. So I thought that was pretty cool. On this desk you get a little pen and paper, and there's an envelope back here. In the corner you can't really see it, but there's a little lantern back there, and there's a black chair for the teacher to sit down. You can see the blackboard up here as well, and there's a nice little wood detail up here. It's like a wood piece. It looks pretty cool. It actually came in the new series of figures. You can see it up there. And there's a cool little piece in the corner right here from one of the city sets. And you can see the little stick right here for the board. Pretty cool. And you do get some closets in here, which I put on the sides right here. And you can see in there, there's like an evil teddy bear. I don't know who put that in there. That's kind of weird. And then on the other side, you do get this little book. It's just basically one of those basic books in there. And you can see it's pretty detailed up here. I really like the look of it. And obviously you can open it up so you can get inside it a little easier. Basically the main feature with this level is that basically you can take one of your students or any minifigure except for probably Pythor, and basically you pull this little pull right here and it drops them into that area where the lockers blow up. And then that's when you're supposed to do the feature where you hit this little piece and it breaks the locker open so they can get out. And that was seen in the show. Not really a trap door, but the lockers and stuff like that were in the show. So that was a pretty cool detail and a nice little add-on that I put in there. And obviously this level can fit on there on the studs, which I will show you right now. Onto the final level of the school right here, and you can see there's a little red carpet going on right there. It's not really accurate, but I thought it was a pretty cool little thing to add. There's some books on the shelves right here, and there's a skull, and you can basically open these up too if you want to get a better accessibility inside of it. There's this little Chinese painting right here, which is pretty cool, and there's some playing cards right there, and you do get a broom with a rat. There's a lot of nice little accessories and stuff going around here. There's not really any playability features. I was thinking about adding like a little feature with like a light brick or something, but it wasn't really needed or anything. I mean, I thought it was pretty good the way it was, so not too bad of a design up here. And you can see when you put the roof on right here, basically just snaps on right there, and these act as like supports so it doesn't fall over, and it's pretty sturdy. You can see when you press down on it, it's not going to break pretty easily. And I'm going to show you the feature right now where basically you can just hook this on top and move the ladder down. So here's basically the little roof feature, and just basically kind of click it down right there, and then you can move this ladder down. So basically it kind of acts as a lock. So like when you try to move it open, it kind of the ladder kind of stops it. Obviously you can just go past it, but it's a cool little lock if you just want it to stay like that. But you can see some of the side details right now, how this side's really long, and I actually had to make this side short right here, like this, just this little green roof part, because of how it opens up when you do this. Otherwise it would have just hit it and it would have not worked. But it worked out pretty well, and I think it's a really cool looking school overall. If you want to see the top, there's what it looks like. There's not really much detail up there, and you can see the roof patterns. I really like that too. I mean, it's not the most accurate looking to the show, but I think it's a really good model overall that I made. So let's go on to the finale of the video. Alright guys, so that is basically it for this custom set review. I hope you've enjoyed this custom review. I worked really hard on this building. It took me about like a couple hours to build overall. I think it was a really cool custom to build, and it wasn't really needed to be built from the show. Obviously you could have built it yourself. I mean, that's why LEGO didn't really make this a set. But I thought it was a really cool custom to make, and I'm going to be making more customs like this. And I did get a request to do Chen's Steamboat, and I'm still deciding whether I'm going to even attempt to do that because it's such a huge model. But if I do end up doing it, it's going to take me quite some time to make. But overall, this was a pretty decent model to make, not too hard. And I thought it was a really cool experience to build this little model right here. It's pretty cool. There's like the lockers and the classroom. I'm definitely going to keep this model together along with a lot of my other Ninjago customs. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.